Yeah, I am Civilian Rick, and as for all you DC fans, you know that Arrow has officially ended, and for that I decided to stop and do a tier list on all the characters that have been a part of the Arrow. Now, we have ranked from the best to the characters I love, to the characters I like, to neutral, to dislike, to the characters I hate, to the worst. Now, the worst doesn't necessarily mean I hate it. The worst could either be in the dislike or hate pile, depending on characters. So might not hate the character, but it might just be the worst of the entire show. So let's get to it. First off is Adrienne Chase. I think Adrienne Chase is a bit overrated as a villain. I don't think he's as good as people say he is. I definitely think that he could have been better. His acting is a little awkward at times. So I'm going to put him in the like category because he is a pretty good villain, but not that much. Next up is whoever this guy is. I'm going to guess he's John Diggle's brother just by the way he looks. I don't remember much about him, so I'm going to put him in neutral. Next is Malcolm Merlyn. Malcolm Merlyn is definitely one of the best Arrow villains ever. And I love his character. Next up is Black Siren. I felt it kind of unnecessary for us to have Black Siren here. It just kind of felt like another way to have Katie Cassidy in the show again, which I wasn't really a fan of. I love the actor, I just don't think this really fits her kind of role. So I don't really like her, so I'm gonna put her in the dislike. Who's this? I have no idea. I do not know who this is. Next up is Curtis. I have very mixed feelings about Curtis in each season. Like in one season, I might absolutely love his character, and then the next season, I absolutely hate his character. I feel like his abrupt leaving in the show kind of caused his downfall at the end, but I do think that his character is pretty good overall. Next up is Damien Darhk. I find Damien Darhk to be very underrated. I feel like he is a part of the neutral, and he's not an awful actor. I love the actor, actually. So he's gonna be in the neutral category, the best of the neutrals, I'm gonna guess. Next up is Deadshot. Oh my gosh, whoever acted as Deadshot is absolutely amazing. I feel like his death kind of just came out of nowhere, though. So I don't think I can put him in the character I love category, because his death was kind of out of nowhere. Dinah Drake. Much like Curtis, I have very mixed feelings on Dinah. I feel like she was kind of just out there, kind of, at the 5th season. And then she kind of just did her own thing in season 6 and 7. So, I'm gonna put her in the low end of the like column. Next up is Felicity. Yeah, Felicity is the worst out of this whole show. I know you might argue, well, I mean, it's Green Arrow, Oliver Queen's, like, love interest, and I'm like, I don't care. Her character still sucks. I don't hate her character, I just don't like it. Ever since season 3, her character has been completely awful. Who is this guy? Someone tell me who these 3 guys are, who the 3 neutral guys that are to the right of Damien. Please, I'm confused. Laurel Lance. Much better than Black Siren. Much better. Love just Black Canary Laurel Lance as Black Canary. I'm sure I don't know why, but Laurel Lance gets a lot of hate for some reason, and I'm not sure why. I think Laurel's a pretty good actor. I don't know this guy's name, but I do fondly remember him. He's that guy who was with Oliver in the prison, and his character was alright, and I do feel like the acting was kind of forced, but other than that, it wasn't awful. Lyla. Very mixed opinions on Lyla. I don't think that they really knew where to take her in this character role. I think it was just kind of blindsided, mostly. I'm gonna put her in the neutral, right next to Damien Darhk. I think Damien Darhk is slightly better than Lyla. Nisa Agul, definitely the best out of all ghouls, even though there's only, 3? Nisa is a very good character. I do feel like some of the things she says is kind of stupid, though, because, like how Nisa isn't attracted to Oliver, but she still calls him her husband, which I just don't like. So the acting's kind of alright, but I do think that her character could have been better. Oliver Queen. What's not to like about Oliver Queen? I do think that his character is a little overrated. It's really tough for me because he's either going to be in the low end of the love column or the high end of the like column, because I do think Oliver is very overrated. I'm going to put him in the low end of the love column because I do like his character. Quentin Lance. Oh my gosh. Quentin is just amazing. After season 1, they just went off with his character. Like his character was so amazing. And just, like, I loved his character and the whole thing. Why are there 2 Ra's al Ghuls here? You both can go to I hate for all I care. Or wait, no. Wait. Yeah, hold on. This guy from season 4. Wait, no. Okay, so villains don't count. Villains don't count as the worst because villains aren't really characters, they're just villains. This guy from Arrow season 4. Yeah, I don't remember much. I knew he was kind of had the same powers as Damien Darhk. Renee Ramirez, definitely an amazing character through and through. I just loved how he turned from this rebel to this, like, amazing, like, character. Roy Harper, definitely the best out of all these characters. Roy is just amazing. I just love his character. I think they just threw away his character very early. And I kind of hate how they didn't put him in Legends of Tomorrow or anything like that, because I'm sure Roy would be pretty good in Legends of Tomorrow. Sarah Lance, I don't know if I like her more than Oliver Queen or not. I do think that Sarah is more consistent. I do think Sarah is more consistent than Oliver. What are you doing? No. God damn it, work with me. Oh, Jesus Christ, stop. Okay. Emiko Queen, I'm guessing? Yeah, I'm gonna guess Emiko Queen. Definitely the worst out of all the Arrow villains. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think Ricardo Diaz is worse. But other than Ricardo Diaz, I don't like her all that much. Slade Wilson, oh my gosh, who does not love Slade Wilson? He's amazing, the actor's amazing, just amazing. Thea, once again, very amazing. Second best, no, not second best, definitely, probably not second best. I'm gonna give her third best. And yes, I know, Slade is ahead, but I don't count villains as characters. I count villains as villains. I'm gonna give all the protagonists the best and worst parts, not the villains, because that'd be kind of unfair. Tommy Merlyn? I think he just died too quick for me to really notice his character. So, I think I'm just gonna put him in the low end of neutral. No, not low end. He can be worse than Nisa, but better than that army guy. That guy who first helped Oliver in season 1 flashback, very neutral on him. Oh my god. So that is my ranking of the Arrowverse. I can say that Arrow has gotten vastly downhill over the last few years, but I feel like it's still a tremendous show. So, yeah, so see you guys later.